Hola from Tulum. I just landed here after a very long flight. And so I wanted to share with you my post travel yoga flow. After being in the air, this flow is all about staying low to the ground, grounding, and stretching your body to release any of those kinks and tensions and tightness that tend to arise after experiencing travel or sitting actually anywhere for a really long time. You need no props for this flow, just yourself and your mat. Let's do it. All right, we're starting in a comfortable seated position. We're going to start with one hand on our belly and one hand on our heart. If it feels safe to blink your eyes shut, go ahead and do that. If not, you can just lower your gaze to the tip of your nose. And we're going to take a few rounds of deep belly breathing here. So, inhaling, feeling your bottom hand expand with your breath, and exhale through the mouth, sighing it all out. So, we're inhaling through the nose. And you notice as you take a deep breath in that only your stomach is moving. Your chest really isn't moving that much. Holding that breath at the top, filling your lungs with air, and exhale through the mouth, sighing out all that stale air from the plane. And we're gonna keep breathing like that as we set the intention to journey inwards, bringing our awareness to our body, doing a quick scan from your head to your toes as you continue the deep belly breath. Just noticing any place you're carrying any tension, any tightness, and just breathing into that space. Notice that you're not trying to change anything, you're not trying to do anything, you're just breathing and observing. And we're going to make that the intention for today's practice to just observe what arises. We tend to live a lot of our lives on autopilot, unintended, being so identified with our minds that it's good to just connect with our bodies. All right, one more deep breath in. Make this the biggest breath you've taken today. Inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. Breathe in a little more. Let it go through the mouth, sighing it out. Beautiful. Blinking the eyes open, placing both hands on your knees. You're going to inhale the arms up, reaching up as if you're trying to grab something from the ceiling, creating space in your spine and feeling that on your side bodies. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to drop that right arm down, peel the left shoulder open first, and then fold towards the right. Oh, that should be a nice big side body stretch. Find your limit. You can be up here on your arm. You could be down on your elbow, as long as that left hip isn't really lifting that much. So that's going to deepen your stretch. Awesome. One more breath here. Feels so good. All right, inhaling back up, reaching both arms up. And exhale, left arm down, peel the right shoulder open, and then fold to the side. Why am I like tripping over the word fold? Oh my God, the jet lag. So grounding that right hip, opening to the left. Oh my God, feels so good on your side. One more breath here. Reaching both arms back up. This time we're going to exhale, swimming the right arm behind you. Left arm reaches for your right knee, or we're going to twist to the right. So looking behind you past your shoulder. Let every exhale deepen your twist even more. Twists are amazing. detoxifiers. We're waking up all our organs, our kidneys, our livers. Waking up the spine. Beautiful. Inhale back up, reaching both arms up. Exhale, left arm comes behind you, right arm reaches for the left knee and twist. One more breath here. Challenge yourself. How deep can you go in this twist? Beautiful. Reaching both arms up. We're going to exhale, cactus the arms, bring the elbows to 90 degrees. Look up, open the chest. Awesome. And then reach back up. Let's do that 3 more times. Lower the arms, cactus, chest up, look up. Feeling that on your shoulders and your upper back. And reach up. 2 more times like that, cactusing the arms. Reaching up. And last one, cactus the arm. Reaching up. Beautiful. This time we're going to bring that right arm under, left arm over, eagle in the arms, pushing your elbows away. We're going to do big circles here. Drawing a big circle with your elbows. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Unbind. Open the arms. Ooh, feel that in your chest. And this time, left arm comes under, right arm over, eagle in the arms. And we're going to switch directions of the circle. So we round in. We're noticing any tightness here. And we're just observing it. And we notice through just the mere act of observation how it dissolves. There's nothing we need to do, just witness. Our bodies know exactly what to do. Open the arms. And exhale, bringing your hands to your knees. We're going to do a few rounds of seated cat and cow. So you're going to inhale, look up, arch the back. And then exhale, chin to chest and round. You want to exaggerate the movements here. Inhale up so you can really feel it on your spine. Exhale, round. Awesome. Few more like that. Go at your own breath. Go at your own pace. Make this practice your own. Last one. And round. Beautiful. We're going to come back to those cactus arms, and we're going to do a few rounds of fire breathing. Now, fire breathing is an excellent way to release any stagnant energy, any tension, any stale air, the air that circulates in the plane. And actually, just anytime you need a good energy boost, a good metabolism boost, this is a wonderful pranayama to do first thing in the morning. And it looks like this. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, and then you're going to do short, forceful exhales through your nose. So it's very cleansing. So if shit starts flying out, that's okay. So we're bringing our hands to cactus. What we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath in, and then we're going to twist side to side as we exhale. All right? Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Go. And coming back. It's good to have tissue around. If you feel a little lightheaded, that's totally fine. Just take a deep breath in. Let it go, shake it off. take a second, get whatever movement feels intuitive to you right now, whatever you feel like you need to do. I always encourage you to make this practice your own. Listen to your body. Your body knows best. And that is our intention by really connecting with our bodies in this practice. So, our bodies actually hold a lot of our emotions. And that's why, by setting that intention to be mindful, we can really start paying attention to things that maybe we didn't even realize are happening beneath the surface. And when you're ready, we're just going to come up onto our hands and knees, tabletop for a second here, hovering the knees off the mat, bringing your chest to your knees, and then straightening the legs, downward dog. And this is your first downward dog, so take your time here, pressing your hands back, bringing your chest to your thighs and your heels as close to the ground as possible so that you're really feeling this on your hamstrings. Take a few seconds here, and again, whatever movement feels intuitive. And we're going to do a few spinal rolls. So coming up onto your tippy toes, rolling forward into a plank. Bend the knees, bring the chest to the knees, and then straighten your legs, downward dog. Let's do 3 like that, rolling over onto your plank. Bend the knees, downward dog. 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. We're back in our downward dog. Inhale that right leg up. Bend the knees, open the hip. Nice big hip stretch here. We're going to do a little of those hip circles. So drawing a big circle with your knee. And then reverse the direction. Beautiful. Back to your 3-legged dog. And then we're going to step that right foot outside the right hand for lizard's lunge. So you're just here on the ball of your left foot, rocking back and forth on the ball of your foot. Your right knee is in one line with your ankle, bent 90 degrees. This should feel so good on your hip. All right, dropping that knee down, placing your right hand on your right knee. You're going to open that knee up to the side. Option to stay here. If it's in your practice, if it feels good, you can bend that left leg, reaching for the left foot, bringing your heel as close to your glute as possible. I'm feeling super tight today, but I always like to say it really doesn't matter what the pose looks like, despite what Instagram might have you believe. Yoga is not about the aesthetics. It's about the benefits of the pose. It's about the stretch. Every single asana is medicine. Beautiful. If you have that left foot, let it go. Place the sole of your right foot back onto the mat. And you're going to heel toe your right foot to the center. A little runner's lunge here for a second. So you're lifting your chest up. Fingers are on the floor. And then send your hips back. Straighten that right leg. Half split pose. So inhaling your chest up. And you're going to exhale, bringing your chest down. So you really want to angle your nose towards your big toe. And again, we're not grounding the spine. We're keeping the back as straight as possible. To make this an even more active pose, you want to bring your toes back, pointing towards you. That's going to make it active, and you're going to feel it all in your hamstring. Holding it here, rooting that left hand down. Maybe we peel the right arm up and we add a little twist here. One more breath. Awesome. Drop that right hand down. Bend back into that right knee. And we're going to continue heel toeing all the way to the left edge of the mat for everyone's favorite pose, pigeon pose. My least favorite pose. If you've been practicing with me for a while, you know that I hate this pose. But because I hate it, I always do it. Hate is such a strong word. Okay, I don't hate it. It's just uncomfortable because I have tight hips. So you want your shin to be parallel to the mat or as parallel as possible. You're up on your arms, maybe up down on your elbows, whatever feels good for you. If you've been sitting or traveling for a while, maybe your hips are also so tight. Now, in the beginning of class, I said that we tend to hold a lot of our emotions in our body, and a lot of that tension actually does get stored in our hips. And that's why hip openers can be emotional, can be uncomfortable. But the more we allow ourselves to increase our tolerance to discomfort, the better equipped we are to navigate life's ups and downs. And that's really the purpose of mindfulness, not to judge what we're going through, not to try to change what we're going through, but to just observe and accept and surrender. Because when we resist, when we start questioning why and we start judging, the resistance just makes suffering worse. You know, pain plus resistance equals suffering. Plain plus surrender. Did I just say plain? Still in travel mode. Pain plus surrender is freedom. All right, one more breath here in pigeon. And we're going to sit on our right hip, swing that left leg forward. So the sole of our right foot is in our left inner thigh. Inhaling your arms up and then folding over that left leg. So again, the toes are going to point back towards you. Your back is straight. You're not rounding your back. And you're just hinging from the waist. Forward folds are wonderful nervous system resets. And if you get a little anxious when you're flying, your nervous system does get a little frazzled. That's okay. I am the same. But that's why these folds are just so great for giving your parasympathetic nervous system a little boost. So we're going to spend a little time here breathing. You know, the root of people's anxiety when it comes to travel is really a lack of control. We like to buy into the illusion of control, and when we travel, we know we're not in control. That makes a lot of us feel uncomfortable and anxious. It's a wake-up call, because do we ever really have control? Not really. We can only control ourselves, our responses, our thoughts. We can't control what happens outside of us to a certain extent. And again, that's why the theme of surrender is so important, because when you surrender, you can save your resources to do what you can do and to let go of what you can't do. All right, coming up, bringing that right arm behind you, coming onto that right knee, opening, bending. Should feel that as a nice stretch all over your front and back body. Some all around awesome stretch. Beautiful. Putting your hips back down, crossing your feet, coming onto your hands and knees, hovering knees, chest to knees, and downward dog. Awesome. Take a second here in your downward dog. Feeling that stretch, breathing deeply. And we're going to lift that left leg up in the air. Three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hip. And again, we're going to draw those big circles with our knees. Going for 1, 2, and 3. Reverse direction of the circle. 3, 2, and 1. 3 like a dog. And then step that left foot outside. The left hand lizard lunge. Rocking back and forth on the ball of your right foot. Feeling that as a big hip flexor stretch. We're also waking up our calves and our hammies. A lot of these stretches are like full body stretches, so we're getting a lot done while staying low to the ground, grounding ourselves. All right, drop that right knee down. Place your left hand on that left knee and peel it open, deepening the stretch. Sole of your foot lifts off the ground. Option to stay here, option to go for the bind, reaching for your right foot with the left hand, bringing that right heel as close to your glute as possible. Wow. One side for me is definitely a lot tighter than the other. Isn't it amazing what we notice when we start paying attention to our bodies? Maybe we notice that our brain is screaming, get me out of this pose, it hurts, it's uncomfortable. But again, surrendering even deeper. That is our practice. But of course, not when you're actually feeling a lot of pain. Always listen to your body. It's a fine balance. One more breath here. If you got that bind, let it go. Place the sole of your foot back on the mat. Heel toe your foot to the center. Runner's lunge for a second. And then send your hips back for half split. Straight left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, reaching your chest down, reaching your nose to your toes. Find whatever adjustments you need here. And just breathe. Again, this is like a forward fold in a way. So just take a second, feeling that stretch and relaxation open you up from the inside, being open and receptive to whatever is, and grounding that right hand on the mat, lifting your left arm up to add a little twist. I am hearing some beautiful birds. Oh my God, I don't know if the mic is picking this up. It's my first time using this mic. But I hope that you can hear it because it sounds so good. What is more grounding than the sounds of nature? I'm loving the jungle vibes of Tulum. All right, hands down. Bend back into that left leg. Heel toe all the way to the to the right edge of the mat. Drop it down for pigeon pose. Like I was saying, this pose makes me so uncomfortable, but I like to include it in my practice a lot because it's my way of like conditioning my brain to develop that tolerance for discomfort. There's a lot in life that we can't control, and a lot of times we waste a lot of energy hoping and praying bad shit doesn't happen, but you know what? Bad shit does happen. That's just part of life. You need the bad to contrast the good, and so when that bad stuff does happen, you need to have your wits about you. You need to have your resources. And that's why surrender and developing a tolerance for discomfort is so important. Because when you develop that trust in yourself that I can handle anything, and I've actually handled everything that life has thrown my way so far, I mean, look at you, right? You've survived 100% of all the shit you've been through. So you have this innate reservoir of strength and incredible resources that have helped you get through life. Have faith in yourself. Remember how you got through the things in the past. They will carry you forward. Just know the discomfort won't kill you. All right, one more breath here in your pigeon. And then we're sitting back on our left heel, swinging that right leg out in front of you. So you're like in the tree pose in your legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold over that right leg. All right, lifting back up. Placing that left hand behind you, coming up onto that left knee. Bend and open. Reaching for the back of the room with your right hand. Grounding that right leg. This is literally a stretch from your fingers to your toes. Enjoy it. And drop it back down. All right, now we're gonna sit cobbler pose. So the soles of our feet together. And you can initially have your heels close to your groin. And then we're just gonna up and down with the knees, releasing any last tension that we may be carrying in our hips, letting it all go. This is a bit of a somatic practice. You feel like closing your eyes, feeling that gentle release. And when you're ready, you can move your heels a bit forward so you're more in a loose diamond shape, pressing down on the knees with your elbows and then bringing your chest to the soles of your feet. One more forward fold here. And coming up, this is the end of our practice. I invite you to stay with this shape in your legs and going into your Shavasana. So just lying down and spending some time in your grounding, in your meditation, just doing that body scan. I always love to end practice with, so I can feel the difference between how my body felt before practice and how it felt after. I hope you enjoyed this little stretch. Thank you so much for joining. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. What kind of flows would you like to see? And yeah, thank you so much. Namaste.